Hey ladies, how are you guys doing? My name is Asia Garrison. On social media, I'm Asia Say What with 2 T's, and I am beyond excited to be recording this video. I want to start off with saying I am so sorry that you guys have not been getting the regularly promised videos. I've been having so many issues with IGTV. I have a whole video that's supposed to be for IGTV that I still can't even upload. So I'm just gonna have to just start posting on YouTube and posting the clips on here on Instagram and just trying to figure those out. So please bear with me as I try to find a system that works best for us. So I wanted to talk to you guys about today. I've been getting a couple of messages about this topic. I knew it was going to be something that I spoke on soon, but it's sooner than I thought. But I thought, well, shoot, Valentine's Day, it's February, but I say Asiawary because it's my birthday month. But it's the month of February, and Valentine's Day is coming up. And I know that single people who have a desire to get married, people who have just gotten out of a relationship, people that are going through breakups, wherever you are in your life, if you don't have a significant other, sometimes Valentine's Day brings up a bunch of emotions for us. And one of the reasons that it brings up a lot of emotions is because you're seeing everyone post, the flowers they got, the edible arrangements, people were going on dates, the gifts. Social media is just flooding you with this holiday of love and just flooding you with all of this, and it makes you think, well God, why don't I have anybody? Or why did my relationship have to go south? Or why did I have to get a divorce? Or why did this have to happen to me? So you're just questioning yourself, and you're just in this season of singleness. So this video isn't dedicated to Valentine's Day. This video, I wanted to just be titled, this topic is single. Singleness is not a curse, but also single, not lonely. I like single, not lonely a little better, because one thing that I always tell people, I don't know if I've been open about this or if you guys know that I'm a single woman. Meaning that I am not in a monogamous relationship with anybody. I ain't got no ring on my finger. I am not committed to one human being at this point. That's what I mean. I'm single. So I know that people always, when they hear that I'm single, or just, you single? Well, you want a man? Like just asking me all of these questions. And it always seems like there is some sadness attached to being single. But me, I'm like, I'm single, I'm happy, I'm blessed, I'm living my life, I'm traveling, I am enjoying it, I'm walking in my purpose, because I understand that there is a time for everything and that there is a season for everything. And one thing that we have to do as singles is understand that singleness is not a curse. So singleness isn't a bad thing. It isn't a punishment. I think that people think that being single sometimes is a punishment because you've done something or you're not doing something right. But singleness is just as important as marriage. Both are equally important. And I think that one thing that we have to do as singles is understand that we can't idolize marriage. That isn't to fix everything, because I am mentored by married people, and I hear married people speak, and they have their own problems too. That's a whole different covenant that they're under, and you don't want to step into that prematurely if you're not ready. And also, being single is a gift from God. I mean, we really just have to change the narrative and how we view singleness. Now, I don't want this to be one of the typical videos that kind of just brush away your feelings or tell you that how you're feeling is not okay, or it's an inadequate thing, like your feelings are inadequate. I don't want to dismiss anyone's feelings, because I understand how you're feeling. I get it. There's nothing wrong with desiring a partner. There's nothing wrong with desiring a person. There's nothing wrong with even desiring a relationship or wanting that. I feel like if that desire is on your heart, that's a good thing. However, the problem comes in when you feel like you're missing out, when you feel like you're less than, or you feel like that because this person got engaged that something is wrong with you. I have no issue with anybody desiring marriage. I desire to be married. I desire to be married and have children, but I'm also at a point in my life, in my walk, that if God, even if you don't do that, God, even if you do not, if I never get married, will I feel like my life was less than? Absolutely not, because my goal and what I'm put on this earth to do is fulfill my purpose and to do what God is calling me to do. And if a husband is a part of that purpose, and whenever God allows me to go into that season of my life, I will. But until then, I am chasing God. I am chasing my purpose. I'm experiencing new things. I'm traveling. I'm doing stuff. Like, I'm enjoying my life, where I'm good. I'm content. And my thing is that I want y'all to be content in y'all singleness. I want you to get down to the root of why aren't you content. I get it. We're humans. We all want compassion, but I don't want nothing to the point that might lead me to sin either. You know what I'm saying? Because be honest with yourself. Sometimes we want compassion. Sometimes we want that little boo, that little friend. And God might be like, you know what? You're not ready for that because you're still struggling in sexual sin right now. You're not ready for me to introduce you to my son who's been saving himself, my son who has been waiting on me to bring him a wife, my son who has been obedient. You're not ready to meet him yet because you'll be too much of temptation. You feel what I'm saying? It's so many things. We look at it as like God is punishing us, but God is our Father. He's protecting us. He know when it's time and he know when it ain't. And if it isn't, it isn't. And I just want you guys to just really just change the notion of singleness being a bad thing. If you don't know how to be alone, then that is a problem that you need to work on with yourself. And it's a big difference between being alone and being lonely. That's what I want to discuss with you guys. Big difference. I am alone, but I'm never lonely. Alone is a state of being. I'm alone right now in this room. When I go home and I'm in my room, I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. I don't feel lonely. I feel fulfilled. I don't feel that loneliness and feeling sad and just like, nah. Have I ever felt like that? Absolutely. I remember when I was in college and all my friends was, going out with their little booze and stuff, and it was just me. I'm just like, man, like, dang, that would be nice. But to what extent? To what cost? What is that coming with? And I also want to speak on if you're comparing yourself right now to somebody. Are these feelings coming because you're comparing yourself to somebody else? You just saw a relationship get posted. Now you feeling like you want that. These pictures, y'all, them pictures, you don't know what them people going through. You don't know what that woman is going through. You don't know what that man going through. So we're desiring these things, and it's just like we don't even know if God put them people together and we want that. And like I said, I understand. I'm not dismissing anyone's feelings, and I know it gets tough. And my advice to you, and I'm not saying you're not chasing your purpose. I ain't saying you ain't got no hobbies. But I do believe that sometimes you're so occupied and you're busy doing things, you don't even have time to even realize that stuff. Like sometimes people, I be forgetting I'm single because I'm enjoying my life so much. It be when people bring it up, I be like, yeah, I am single. Like, yeah, but I'm enjoying it. We need to change the notion of how people look at single people. We ain't a cursed group of people. God loves us so much. God adores us so much, just like he like married people. And I'm go to, why did I just point at y'all like that? Like I was about to throw something at y'all. I want us to go to Song of Solomon, chapter 8, verses 8. And it says, promise me, O women of Jerusalem, not to awaken love until the time is right. And I love that. Like, don't awaken love before it's too soon. You don't want to awaken anything too soon. Like God has your life planned out. Trust him with it. Trust that whenever he reveals something to you that you will be ready. Take this time out on this Valentine's Day if you don't have any plans. I know I made dinner reservations and I'm like, well, shoot, if one of my girls want to go, we can go out and have a good time. Because I'm celebrating every day. Every day that you wake up, it is a blessing. So celebrate it. Don't be sad. Don't feel lonely. Don't let the enemy creep in on you, because that's what he wants you to do. He wants you to feel how you feeling right now. Less than, not worthy, and that has nothing to do with anything. How about you just value yourself so much that you just ain't willing to settle? I ain't willing to settle for no roses for a man that I know God ain't called me to. I ain't willing to settle or give myself away to anybody just to say just to take some pictures, just to lay up, just to say that I have somebody. I'm not willing to do that. I value myself so much that I'm willing to be patient, and I'm willing to walk in my purpose, and I'm willing to do everything that God is telling me to do. It may not just be time, and that's okay. That is okay. You're not cursed, sis. I'm telling you, this is from one sis to another. It ain't like I'm married and I'm telling y'all this. I am single right now and I'm walking this same walk with y'all, and I'm telling y'all, like, focus on your purpose. Do what God is calling you to do. A relationship won't make you whole. If you broken, a man is not going to be able to fix that. If you're broken, you're going to go into that relationship broken, and they're probably going to have even more problems then. You know what I'm saying? Work on you, sis. And you might feel like, well, you know what? I am working on me. And I feel like I'm good, and I feel like I'm ready. And that might be true. You might have it all going on, sis. But continue. You might have it all going on. You might have everything lined up and you still wondering why. But my thing is that God is a sovereign God. And sometimes we don't have to ask God why. But God, what else do you want me to do? What else? And not... one thing that I really, really want to stress to you guys is don't prepare yourself and don't chase your purpose because in the end you want the gift of a relationship. Nah, you want to please God. That needs to be the end goal. What is your heart looking like? What is your intentions looking like? Once again, I understand the desire to be in a relationship. You're humans. I understand the desire of wanting to be around the opposite sex and having a friend. I get that. I understand that. But like I said, at what cost? Are you comparing your life to somebody else? Is comparisons the reason why you feeling this way? Sis, you are important, sis. You are important. God loves you so much and he has not forgotten about you. He is always in your presence. He knows your every thought. He knows your thoughts before you know your thoughts. He knows what you're going to be thinking about tomorrow. So do you think an awesome God like our God that knows what you're going to be thinking about tomorrow, he knows what you're going to be thinking about when you do meet that man. So do you think that a father that knows about that has forgotten about you? You just got to trust God. Proverbs 3:5-6, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. Your own understanding is that I don't get why I don't have nobody. I don't get why I can't be booed up on Valentine's Day. And God may be like, because I know that he don't really want to be with you. He just wants something from you. I know you still dealing with those daddy issues. I know God knows so much more than me. And I'm just throwing things out of what it could potentially be. But I just want you to know that just because you're single does not mean that you're lonely. And singleness is not a curse. Singleness is a gift. And I want you to value that gift. And I want you to honor the season that you're in. And I want you to walk with your head high, knowing that you're so valuable and that you're so important and that you're not less than. And I don't want this holiday or any other holiday to make you feel that way. And if you're feeling like it's too much to handle and it's too much to bear, take a fast from social media. Get off social media for a couple of days. Take a break. If you can't handle looking at all those pictures and it's going to make you sad, and even though you watch this video, it's like, Asia, I watched that and I get it, but I'm still seeing it. Don't look at it. Don't do it. Call one of your girlfriends, hang out, do something, but get off social media if you're gonna compare yourself, because comparisons is a thief. It steals the joy. It attempts to steal the joy from you, and you don't want to compare yourself, because God has a lane specifically for you, and he has something specifically for you, and I want you to walk in that, and I want you to be confident in that. And if you want to talk about it, Girls Room Ministry with 2 Y's, DMs are always open. You could DM me personally if you want me to pray for you. I will. But since we in this together, this is for one single sister to another single sister, letting you know you're not cursed, and you got this, and you're beautiful, and you're wonderful, and God has great things for you. And when I say great things, I'm not just talking about a man. I'm talking about great things, purpose, direction. God has all of that for you. God has a line that he wants you to walk down, and he wants to fulfill the desires of your heart. God has a desire for that, and he has not forgotten about you. But remember, trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean to your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. He will direct you everywhere you need to go, sis. Remember, do not awaken love before it's too soon. You're in the right place that God has you. And with or without a man, you're still whole. With or without a man, you're still amazing. With or without a man, you are wonderful. You're not cursed. You're gifted. So embrace the gift of singleness and walk in it. Asia said, what with 2 T's? Love you guys.